News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
A shooting victim is transported to the hospital, and a real estate business relocates in town. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Eunette Gentry. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Detectives investigate a reported shooting. It's Friday, June 21st, the first day of summer. I'm Eunette Gentry. Detectives and deputies responded early this morning to Desert View Hospital for a report of a subject who was shot in the leg. According to Nye County Sheriff Sharon Worley, the individual says that he was shot in the area of Leslie Street and Wilson Road on a dirt path. His wife, however, reportedly picked him up walking in the area of Bourbon Street and Red Butte, according to Worley, and transported him to the hospital. The victim reports that he was walking before 3 a.m. and suddenly he fell to the ground from a gunshot wound to his leg. It's unclear, however, who shot him, where the bullet came from, or even how he arrived at a different location. Worley says detectives are investigating. That victim is expected to make a full recovery. And in other local news, Gavish Realty has changed locations in town. Today, the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce held a ribbon cutting at their new digs.
We've continued to grow with the help and the support of the Pahrump community. So we outgrew our last office and we moved into this beautiful new location. This amazing car show, everybody's come out, and some incredible vehicles are sitting here. Well, we have a lot of local agents that live and work out of this office, and we're looking for more. So if you're looking for a new place, a new home, and you want our support, it's a great place to come. We'd love to have you. Right now we're standing right here, 1401, in the corner of South Loop and Highway 160. Well, it gives us the opportunity to better serve the community and have a bigger and larger place to support the agents that want to work with us and be able to support the community and continue to give back. That's what it's all about. We appreciate all the support, and we just love being here. Our phone number is 775-751-4088. That's 775-751-4088. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Shaq is now selling his famous footwear. That and more national business that might affect your wallet.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Slack, the company that could one day make business emails obsolete, is a big winner on Wall Street. Slack shares priced in at $26 and open at $38.50 and continue to rally during the session. At one point during the trading day, Slack's market cap popped above $20 billion. The messaging tech company is taking the unusual route of a direct listing. Grocery Outlet also opened with a rally. That IPO priced in at $22. Grocery Outlet sells discount, overstock, and closeout products. Famous former NBAer Shaquille O'Neal made millions as a baller. Well, now he's putting some of that money to work. According to Sports Illustrated, Shaq wants to get his foot in the shoe market by purchasing Reebok.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks so much, Angela. And turning back to local news, unfortunately, one person has died as a result of a fatal rollover accident involving a diesel. Nevada Highway Patrol says at approximately 5:30 a.m. Thursday morning, a semi-truck was northbound on Highway 318 near mile marker 6 in Lincoln County, just north of Alamo. The driver of the semi, for unknown reasons, allowed the semi to go off the roadway. The driver overcorrected and the semi overturned. There was a male co-driver who was asleep in the sleeper berth of the semi who was pronounced deceased on scene. The male driver was airlifted to UMC in critical condition. The semi was hauling stone and originated in Idaho with a final destination of Santa Monica, California. The road was closed for about 2 hours during that investigation into that crash. And stay tuned, we'll be right back here at KPVM, where we like to say that stands for keeping Pahrump and our area viewers in mind.
News 25 is brought to you by ABB Roofing, proudly serving Pahrump since 1994. At ABB Roofing, we've got you covered.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, a local woman spoke out during Tuesday's Board of County Commissioners meeting because she's concerned about a hemp farm that's close to her home.
During public comment, a concerned individual named Lisa Howard shared her concerns about hemp to the commissioners. She says that a hemp farm had moved in near her residence and that it was 10 feet away from children.
As a matter of fact, if you go down the street, Ms. Strickland, you will see a little child girl's dollhouse within 10 feet of the hemp farm, which I think it's supposed to be like 500.
She says that her and the other residents were not informed of this at all, and she states that there's another hemp farm just 2 blocks from the first one, and she believes the residents around that hemp farm weren't informed either. After her 3 minutes were up, Commissioner Koenig addressed her comment and expressed his view on hemp.
Your 3 minutes are up, and I'm going to answer. The state controls hemp. The state says, keep your hands off, and we have nothing to do with hemp. The county cannot control hemp. Call the state. Our zoning and planning people have nothing to do with hemp. They don't get involved. They don't approve it. We don't approve it. The state approves hemp. There are 70 hemp farms approved by the state in Nye County, some on smaller, less than an acre, 400 square feet, some of them are. We're having conversations with them right now because I am fed up with hemp. We're the hemp capital of the world, and I'm tired of it, but don't yell at us.
Commissioner Koenig continues with his comments on hemp during Commissioner's comment, which was item 6.
I'll just talk about hemp a little bit because it's been talked about a lot, but again, the Department of Agriculture controls hemp. They issue the licenses. We have nothing to say about it. I've been talking with people up there. We're going to get them down here. I need it stopped. We need to say where hemp goes. I mean, people call the Department of Agriculture, they fill out a form, they check off the boxes, and they get a license to grow hemp. Now, if they're growing on an acre or an acre and a quarter, they're using water. Obviously, they're using water, and if they're taking it out of a domestic well, that's against the law. So there's a bunch of things going on with hemp that we need to control, and we need, if the state wants to run it, fine, but we need a say in there. We need to say, no, you can't put it there, or no, you can't put it here. I've had hemp up to here. I'm done with it. On the old dairy right now, you can end up with about 700 acres out there that's growing hemp. That's a lot of hemp. You'll be able to smell it from here when the wind blows. Yep. So, again, I've been fighting them, but you know what? It's like, so. On a slightly different subject, but because hemp and marijuana are technically sort of the same, those of you that followed AB 533, I'm sure there's not very many people out here that did, but that got passed. And one thing AB 433 did, besides creating a cannabis compliance board that's not going to hold everything up for another year or two, they removed 2 words from the NRS. Those 2 words were "and towns." Those being removed, it changes the entire concept of who gets the money. So At the next agenda, we'll be having a discussion up here about the money that's sitting there for different people. That's about all I have. County Manager?
Also, during County Commissioners' last meeting, Desert Haven Animal Society gave an update on their animal shelter's current status.
Possible action, presentation, discussion, deliberation regarding the monthly progress report for Desert Haven Animal Shelter and consideration of an amendment to the lease agreement with Desert Haven Animal Society for existing Pahrump Animal Shelter located at 1511 Surrey Lane, Pahrump, Nevada. You don't have to do that, you just approve the bid. So, you guys want to present your monthly progress report? And I guess item 2 of that is a moot point.
Yeah, I appreciate you putting the running balance on there. Thank you. That's helpful.
Mike.
Your mic's not.
Mike.
Introduce yourself.
Still Barbara Gordon, Gordon. The month that it's sort of a snapshot, so it's kind of hard to do a running balance because, as I'm sure you know, months ago we were way behind, and then we started to catch up some. But it is a snapshot, and I can put for reference purposes the amount that was from the last report, carry it over to the front.
That's helpful.
Yeah, and that's fine. I will do these reports any way that you want them. All of the information comes right off the computer. It's just about how it's formatted, so I'm willing to do it any way that makes it clear for you guys.
It helps us to see.
Okay, perfect.
Further discussion? Do I have a motion? Do I need a motion?
Motion to accept the monthly progress report.
There you go. That'll work.
That'll work.
I have a motion and a second to accept the monthly progress report. Further discussion? Public comment? All those in favor say aye.
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 And don't grab that remote. When News 25 returns, we'll be bringing you all the news you need to know about what's happening all across Nevada.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Welcome back. Now here's Deanna O'Donnell with all the latest happenings around the Silver State.
For the third straight month, the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors reported that local home prices are hovering at $300,000, while the number of homes on the market continues to increase. That's up 1.7% from $295,000 in May of 2018. That's a big difference between now and 7 years ago, when the median home price back then was only $128,000. In May, Pahrump sold 58 homes for the median price of $257,950 and one home in rural Nye County for $99,500. In May, employment in Nevada increased by 5,900 jobs over the month and is up 55,200 over the year, while the state's unemployment rate at 4% remained unchanged from April and is down 0.6 percentage points when compared to last May. This is according to the Nevada Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation's May 2019 economic report. The National Park Service says it may open up permits to scuba dive at Lake Mead once again to view the historic crashed B-29 that has been in the lake since the late 1940s. Officials are asking the public for input on the issue. They paused diving to reassess the condition of the aircraft. After allowing divers in 2008, 2009, 2015, and 2017 to have access. The B-29 crashed in the lake in 1948. Its location wasn't discovered until 2001. It has been listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The Nevada Governor, Steve Sisolak, signed 65 bills into law, including legislation to strengthen protections for victims of domestic violence and increase penalties for those crimes. A bill also to allow former residents of Puerto Rico and other U.S. territories to use their ID card to obtain a Nevada driver's license, and a measure to study the cost of prescription drugs. The governor also signed a bill to increase the state's minimum wage from $8.25 per hour gradually over the next 5 years to $12 per hour for employees who are offered health insurance and $11 per hour for those who are not offered health insurance. Sisolak also vetoed Assembly Bill 186, which would have added Nevada to the states that would help negate the Electoral College and instead elect the president by a popular vote. AB 186 is the first bill approved by the Democrat-controlled legislature to be vetoed by the Democratic governor. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.
Thanks so much, Deanna. Well, new footage of late rock legend Freddie Mercury has been released to anxious fans. Maria Guerra has that and more in today's Entertainment This Week.
Carrie Underwood, the NFL, and NBC have been hit with a lawsuit that accuses them of plagiarizing the Sunday Night Football theme song. Singer Heidi Merrill and 3 songwriting collaborators filed the lawsuit Wednesday in federal court in Manhattan, claiming she created a song in 2016 called Game On and pitched it to Underwood's producer Mark Bright, who passed on it. Merrill alleges that Underwood's song of the same name, Game On, which was played during the opening of Sunday Night Football in 2018, is a direct copyright violation of the song she sent over to the country superstars team a year earlier. A representative for NBC Sports said the network does not comment on pending litigation. Queen fans are rejoicing as a previously unreleased video of Freddie Mercury has been released by his friend. Mercury recorded Time Waits for No One during a 12-hour session. Freddie sings the song with just a piano accompaniment. Singer, producer, and friend Dave Clark wrote the song originally for a musical and then asked Freddie if he would like to sing it. Clark met the Queen frontman in 1985 when the two recorded music at London's Abbey Road studios. There, they recorded Time, the title track for Mercury's sci-fi rock musical. This piano-only version is now being released as a new single, Time Waits for No One. This version was discovered in 2018. Clark wanted to wait until after the movie Bohemian Rhapsody was out for a bit so that he could give the song some time to itself. Marvel Studios will give Avengers Endgame another round in the box office, this time with a previously unreleased deleted scene. Marvel chief Kevin Feige said that the 3-hour film would be re-released with the hope to bring back the audience one more time with a few new things at the end of the movie as well. The Avengers sequel has already amassed $2.743 billion globally. Reporting for News 25, I'm Maria Guerra, and this is your Entertainment This Week.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, it's time to take a look outside at those summer conditions through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam. It's shaping up to be a beautiful first day and first weekend of summer. There are hardly any clouds in the sky, and we'll take a closer look at your forecast when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 103 degrees and a low of 77. In Death Valley, a high of 144 and a low of 82. 102.69 in Amargosa, and Beatty 98.66. 89.52 in Goldfield. Tonopah 86.50. Carson City, a high of 82 and a low of 48. Fallon at 85.47, and Fernley, a high of 82 and a low of 48. So now today in Pahrump, we had sunny skies. Our high today was 92 degrees with winds coming out of the northwest at 8 miles per hour. 11% humidity, and our sunrise at 5:26 this morning. Now for tonight, it's currently 91 degrees outside with clear skies. Our low tonight is expected to be 65 degrees with the winds coming out of the north-northeast at 10 miles per hour. Our humidity at 13% and our sunset at 8:04 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we still have that big old stretch of sunny skies. However, on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to have mostly sunny skies, going to have some clouds rolling in, but not too much to make a huge difference. And now looking at our temperatures, on Saturday we're going to be seeing a high of 89 degrees, and then Sunday through next Friday we're just going to be hanging out in those mid to high 90s, just between 94 and 98 degrees. And our overnights, nothing really much has changed there. We're still going to be seeing that big old stretch of 60-degree temperatures, just between 63 and 69 degrees all week long for our overnights. So now, if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live even if you're running around town. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Pablo.
All right, thank you. And now, announcements for the community that you need to be aware of. Ashley Wynn's trial is set to begin on Tuesday. It's connected to that fatal accident she was involved in 3 years ago. And jury selection will begin on Monday. And of course, News 25 will bring you updates as those court proceedings progress. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Eunette Gentry. From all of us here at KPVM and 8th Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow. Good night.